Previously on Chosen Ones, after searching the unconscious bodies of the bandit, the party finds Shui's bounty poster, which reveals he is wanted dead only by the Prime Capital. Avayath returns the 2 chefs to Bandit's bakery, while Brandy turns in Black Viper for his reward. Back at the wagon, Shui and Theo talk about what just transpired, both dealing with their feelings about being tricked by Abaddon and dreading what this will mean for Arthur. On his way back to the campsite, Brandy stops to talk to the Black Heart, asking various questions about what its ability to bend fate entails. The group meets back up with 4 and her crew, who give them a lift to the oasis. There, they finally encounter Avayath's mentor, Malik, the no longer forgotten king of Wick.
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, know I'll find you in my dreams. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality.
After he's uncovered himself and he said hi to Avayath, he then just slowly turns and goes to sit back at that little campsite. And he's got like a pot that's heating over it that you can hear going off like he was making tea. Yeah. And he goes over to, and he's very awkward. He looks up and he sees the boat. You can't see his eyes, so it's hard to guarantee like what his expression is, but he is sweating. But it also it's hot, so like who knows? But he does kind of look to you all, and holding the kettle, you can see his hands kind of shaking a little bit, and he's like, "Did you all want something to drink?"
Thank you for offering. I would love to have something.
I mean, yeah, we were so inclined. It's a pleasure to meet you, Malik.
He gives a tiny, hesitant, slow ass nod.
Do you have... Sorry if this comes off as rude. Do you have, family in Black Peak, perhaps?
He sets the kettle down at that. A lot, yes.
Are they, important folk, or...
2 of them are my daughters.
Well, sorry, you just looked a little familiar. You will politely accept and whatever drink Malik is making.
It's just tea. There's no sugar in it. It's just black tea.
Fucking hate tea. He thinks in his mind.
That's
but
fine.
he's gonna be polite.
Theo likes tea, so he will accept.
The one thing that we disagree on.
Well, they didn't say anything.
Nah.
And he takes a seat on like one of the stones nearby and just starts sipping his tea.
Well, let me start by introducing everyone.
Oh.
Everyone, as you all know, this is my old teacher, Malik, back from when I was a kid. Malik, this here is Shui.
Shui... Sorry, he was in the water. Anyway, so he gets out of the water. He looks wet, like as he's getting out. But as he's like walking closer to you guys, he appears dry.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
How?
A little bit of magic there.
That's interesting.
A little bit of magic.
A little prestidigitation.
A little prestidigitation.
Mm.
As you are approaching Shui, you do all notice now that you're closer to him and he's dried off. He is missing an arm that he's kind of tied off the end with where his sleeve would be.
I'm going to be polite and not say anything about that.
I know, but I was just
Super.
noting for podcast sake.
No.
Because they can't see him.
No, yeah. I mean, you showed him on screen, I'm sure.
But we have podcast only listeners.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, Shui says, "Wait, Malik? Really? When did you get here?"
He was
When you splash
here.
in the water, yeah, he...
I'm usually here.
Did you happen to see us when we visited here not too long ago?
We did kind of pop up once.
Popped up here briefly, accidentally, like a week or so ago.
Yes, it seemed you were in the middle of something. Also, I wouldn't probably have stepped out either way.
Understandable. Don't blame you. This is where you live. It's a nice place, to be honest. It's a very cozy little place.
People only make trips here a few times a day. It's usually pretty quiet.
That's fair. Oh,
Yes, and this is Brandy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm Brandy, by the way. Sorry.
Hold on, I'm gonna roll something because you don't look the same anymore. Fuck.
Yeah, how...
You nat 20.
Awesome. So he recognized my voice?
You see him gripping his sword, looking at you like he is unsure right now if he's going to do something.
I'm sorry, but you have to die now.
Last time I saw you, you were missing a head.
So you recognize me.
On the worst day of my life, yes.
Trust me, that was also the worst day of my life as well, so...
Everything I fought so hard for was destroyed in an instant.
Well, a day before, I had the same thing happen to me. I feel like we could have a long conversation about everything that happened all those years ago.
Well, I can assure you, Brandy here is a new man. He's changed his ways.
Not enough! And I attack him.
I've
No,
been
I'm
friends
just
with him
kidding.
for years.
You can't say years.
We have not known each other years.
That's right. I keep forgetting. We've been friends for months now. I mean, this is Malik, so he's just going to be transparent and say, I've had Brandy take the oath of redemption. He's walking the path of a better man now.
I'm not one to judge people more than I have to.
Avayath has been a very, very wise teacher. You've taught him well.
He kind of like stokes the flame.
Strokes the flame, yeah.
I see you're stroking the flame there.
You stroke the flame mighty well.
What number is Malik again? 2?
6.
6?
Malik is 6, yes.
Okay.
Also, this is Theo, my fiance.
Theo looks up from his tea and gives a nod. He's like, hello. And looks back at his tea.
Sorry. Sugar's kind of hard to come by unless you go to the Bandit's Bakery, and I've never been interested in that crowd.
Understandable. We just turned in the leader of that bakery for some gold, so that was fair.
Well, that's good. He's been trying to find me for ages. He's quite annoying.
Yeah, so it seemed he just tried to kill one of our friends just recently, but we
So you're 6, right? Like as a member of the 9?
Yes, despite my sword being the oldest.
9.
9 was adamant that we take the numbers from when we joined.
My parents are Sumi and Shinkai. 7 and 8.
I figured based on your appearance.
They're alive actually. Everyone thought they were dead, but we found them in Mirror Depths. Is that where they were?
Yeah, Mirror Depths.
We found them in Mirror Depths.
It's good to hear that they're alive after fraternizing with the Prime Capital.
Just a real quick question. Hold on. He said that 9 insisted they join in terms of, or their names are in terms of like when they joined. Is 9 going in opposite order then? Because 9 is 9.
Yes, 9's stupid. This is on purpose.
So
9's
Lemony-
stupid.
So Lemony was the first to
Was the
join the
last.
9?
No,
oh,
the
was
last to join.
Oh, okay. So they are going in opposite order. So it's 9, 8, 7. Okay, good.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Sumi and Shenkai
So
were...
yeah. So fucking Malik would have been the third to join.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I just wanted to clear that up.
Lemony was the last to join at 1.
I mean, it did sound like Lemony was like last. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 9, like I said, is just stupid. And so 9 made themselves 9 because they wanted to...
It's the biggest
wanted to be
number,
the biggest
really.
number.
I'm
yeah.
going to get everyone into the group. So if I name myself 9, then that indicates that we will have all of them, you know?
Yeah. And they were wrong. But that's
And they
fine.
were wrong, yep.
Yep. They sure missed 1 sword and now 2.
They were like, Sumi, Shenkai, I guess Shenkai, you have to lose your status as the number so we can insert Brandy. And you're going to be 0 now, Shui, you know?
I mean, to be fair, I guess 9 wasn't wrong because Sumi and Shenkai only use 1 sword. It's just that it splits into 2. So 9 just didn't get all the swords. They could have got the 9 swords, but they missed 1.
He's sipping tea. I don't remember what the last thing was that was said.
Yeah, I don't know, but she's gonna say, "Wow, Malik, you're a lot different than I don't know how I imagined since you trained Yaya and all."
Well, what? Who?
Avayath's nickname is Yaya to Shui.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, nobody else fucking calls him Yaya, so like, yeah.
Philip, Will, shut up.
He just kind of is like, well, I trained Avayath when he was pretty young, barely even an adult.
I was eager to go out adventuring right away, but
You were. Yes, he grimaces.
I was told I had to be prepared.
Tried to prepare you for it as best I could.
And prepare you did. Avayath is very accomplished.
You trained Yaya in Aramore?
For a time, briefly.
I heard you were some kind of king.
For a time, briefly.
Brandy's like,
I take it if you found Sumi and Shenkai, then that her ability has expired. So I probably should remain hidden.
yeah, that's understandable.
Sorry to hear about that, but at least your spark comes in handy for that.
Yeah, I couldn't even see you. I have eyes that can see just about anything. You evaded that, it would seem. Very powerful ability.
Right. He stokes the flames again.
Squints. Is there more to it, or...
Nope.
Okay, I guess if you don't want to share, that's fine, but you're obviously lying. Brandy he doesn't say that. He's like, okay, that is fair.
Yaya, aren't you gonna tell him about...
Yes. So as much as I would love to make small talk and get caught up, I think I'll get right to the point as to why I wanted to meet with you so much. I got a message from Rue. She told me that she's being held captive inside of the capital.
He wouldn't know who Rue is.
You said what?
You met her after.
Oh, no.
That's right.
He's like, who? Why do I care?
Yeah, literally, he's like, who? Rue? What?
Right, sorry. My friend Rue. I met her after I met you. Yes, so, my friend is, in serious danger, and she told me to talk to you before I try heading into the capital. She said you would have some important information regarding that.
What exactly did she tell you to do?
Defied you, and she told me to do the opposite of what I'm doing. She told me not to go into the capital, but I can't rest easy knowing that she's there, against her will.
Well, if you're going to the Prime Capital, my assistance would be helpful, but I don't intend to go back there if possible. They want me very badly.
I see.
I do know how to get in and out rather easily, but my guess is that's what she's talking about. But if she was given that information, it was likely just to try and get me to go.
I was about to say, can we be sure that Rue was in her right mind when she messaged you? Could have been a trap to try and lure Malik in.
Well, she remembered when the two of us were supposed to meet up. She remembered the location.
But what we know about what Larkspur's ability is now. I don't want to assume the worst, obviously.
Sorry, if I see Rue with, like, Larkspur's mask on, I'll throw up.
Oh, we will. No, we 100% we're going to, yeah.
I guess I just hearing the panic in her voice and I don't know, just something about the things she said and the way she spoke just made me believe her.
The Prime Capital is not too difficult actually to get into, but it's very difficult to get out of.
Would you be able to tell us how to do it? We don't have to bring you along.
I would need to be there with you, unfortunately, to escape. The only way out is through the caverns. They are a remnant of a system that we used to get here in the first place.
When you say here, what do you mean?
Yeah, and who is we?
My family.
You happen to be family with a Miss Miss Gorlai?
That's one of my daughters, yes.
So you know about the Ark and all of that then, yes?
The caverns are an echo of it.
I see.
Something that runs underneath the entirety of this continent.
This continent?
As far as I can tell, there is currently only this continent. I haven't been able to locate others, or I would be farther away.
And an echo. What do you mean by echo exactly? If I might ask.
Okay, I was wondering if it was just me that was confused by that.
Yeah, no.
An imprint that was left behind. We weren't aware of the sacrifices that it would take to use it.
Oh, you mean the 80,000 people you have to sacrifice? Oh.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Brandy would like mention that and be like, yes, one of your daughters, the other, seemed to be keen on making sacrifices. So it seemed.
She was the one who put it together, if you're referring to Alia.
I am, yes.
Many of us were unaware, again, of the costs that it would take to use it.
That is fair. Alia, unfortunately, I'm sure you are aware then of how twisted she had become.
Well, I left the family and tried to start something better, and she threw her own tantrum.
Well, if you would like to know why I was the way I was, your daughter is to blame. She molded me into what I became those many, many years ago.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault, and I don't blame you for being upset with me. After all, I still take full responsibility for what I did, and I am very sorry that my sorrow tore your life apart. I know they're only words, but truly, I am very sorry for what I have done to you.
I know it's not entirely your fault. I was also there. I saw the runes in the city floor. Seems to be a trial run.
Yeah.
But it was interrupted. There was a child there with a very powerful spark who made things a bit more difficult. At least it was easy for them to pin on her, though.
Yes. We have since stopped Alia, but parts of her plan are certainly still in motion.
It's a miracle that you even managed to get that far.
Yeah, we were very lucky, certainly. We've had a lot of help along the way. But our work isn't done yet, as it would seem. Larkspur still intends to carry out the rest of her will, as it were, their plan together.
I'm not shocked. Considering the state of things and how fragile they seem to be lately, I'm sure they want to jump ship as soon as they can.
We're led to believe that to be the case, yes. So we intend to stop Larkspur and stop the world from falling apart, as things have only continued to get worse. I'm sure you are aware, to some regard.
Yes.
That is why that is another reason we wanted to seek you out.
It is difficult. I spent a long time avoiding getting within their grasp. The caverns is a good excuse to get me to go there, for sure. But it's not like they don't know them the same way as I do. Alia may not have been as familiar with how they operated, but I'm sure she gave away what secrets she could to Larkspur. I'm sure they could operate it well enough for the purpose they're intending to use it for.
If I might ask, how does the comet fit into all of this?
They need to focus on a place that is the catalyst for the event, and then the caverns will activate across the continent.
And they will... And then what?
Access the Ark, the only way that we've ever known how to.
So, those who are in the cavern will
be carried away.
to the Ark. And those on top of the caverns will end up...
They are sacrifices.
Avayath looks completely lost. One eye blinks and then the other eye blinks because he's just like not getting what's happening.
The cities are just where the circle is made to connect to below.
Bro, this is some Full Metal Alchemist bullshit. Sorry.
It is some Full Metal Alchemist
It's like straight
bullshit.
up Full Metal Alchemist. Like, I love it. I'm so all for this. It's so great. Sorry.
You heard it here. Ripley's all for 2 billion people dying.
I would love it if 2 billion people died. Anyway.
The center of the circle is usually used as a way to transfer into the caverns. Or at least that's how we did it last time. We thought it was going to be a good farewell to everyone who we knew we couldn't take with. Obviously, we didn't realize what that would do. I'm sure Alia, at the time, thought if the universe was collapsing anyway, that it was fine, and didn't tell us.
She is very keen on sacrificing the many for the benefit of the few, it would seem.
She just told us only a few could go through. But she didn't mention that half would fail. Like my wife. And almost me. If I'd held on tighter. I wouldn't have ridden on the backs of the people who brought me into power in order to make an escape.
Yeah. Hence why we intend to ensure that there is no use for such a thing any longer.
What they actually probably want me for is this, and he looks down to his sword.
Yeah, you have an elven blade. You said it was the oldest.
It came from the universe before.
Right. It must be mighty powerful then, yes?
It guarantees the success of any spell cast with it.
Can see why they might find that useful.
Yes.
What's the success rate if they use it without your sword?
I don't know, because we only ever used it last time to get here, so it was guaranteed. I'm sure they'd rather not find out.
Yeah, I can see why they would want to lure you in.
I know you're not exactly the trusting type, but is it possible you could leave the sword behind?
Anyone who uses it who isn't me has a price to pay. It takes off years of your life.
What if someone were immortal, if I might ask?
I don't know. I just know that there is a cost to using it if you are not its owner. And if that cost doesn't affect you, I don't know. But it's a very powerful sword. And no offense intended. I don't plan to give that away.
Understandable.
I figured.
We wouldn't much rather it be with somebody who can't be found than any of us. People who are high on the watch list of the capital, it would seem.
Well, I'm sorry to put you in a difficult position, but we're heading into the capital whether you come with us or not.
We will have to find a way out, one way or another.
The capital is in a pocket dimension, is part of the issue.
Oh, okay.
Okay, writing that down, I guess.
Cool.
Is, huh?
There is only one entrance in order to get into it. From this plane, at least. It is in the domain of the king. The Feywilds.
Ah,
It is the place that he is the most stable, given his circumstances. I know this is not his universe as well.
hence why he uses other people's bodies to enact his own will.
Don't they use that eye thing, though?
To block people from looking in, it would seem.
Yes. It's also a good excuse because not all spells work for things on planes of different existence. Wouldn't want anyone to know or realize that they're not in Absalom.
Indeed.
The caverns connect to all planes of existence in this universe, though, not just the material.
Writing that down.
Do you have any idea how we can stop them?
The issue with the beings that Lemony is they don't really die in the same way. They are something between mortals and gods. Their universe that they came from was structured in a way that's different from ours.
So it looks like we have to put him in the moon after all.
It would seem so.
What?
Stick him in the moon.
Well, I mean, he did basically just say the caverns connect to everything. Hypothetically, you could get
Go to the moon.
Yeah. Literally,
Well, that's-
I've always described it as a body of water that you're standing on. So.
Yeah, so that's the thing is, that might nick the plan to put him in the moon. Literally the only place I can think like we can put him is the binding matter.
I mean, the moon, like, even then, like, he wouldn't be able to get out. He'd be trapped there.
well, he knows how to use the caverns though. So if he knew like about the moon,
Well,
like
no,
the
he
moon
said,
was,
but it sounded like he didn't. Like, it's from what he is saying currently,
okay.
it sounded like Alia and Malik had an idea, and that Alia may have tried to pass on the knowledge, but even she wasn't certain. But Malik does know how it works.
Oh, okay.
Because he would have been the one to cast it, because he's the one who is guaranteed for it to be able to work.
Right. Gotcha.
So, Theo, I mean, that's all, very interesting. But Theo's like, when we get there, Wynn's not going to be able to get in. Isn't that right?
Would not be able to get into the capital? Why? Wait.
Isn't it?
Because he's anti-magic?
Isn't it usually magic?
Well, I don't know that he could probably.
The transferring of domains, I'm not sure.
It's like, as far as I would understand it from based on this conversation, if we are entering it, it's not like being teleported or whisked away or something like that. It is crossing between an already existing opening of sorts.
Right, Wynn would have to touch the source of the magic to get rid of it.
Yeah, I would think.
I'm allowing it as the DM for this to work.
I was
Yeah,
like,
that's understandable.
Otherwise, if that's in mind, like if Wynn went into the caverns, he wouldn't shut the caverns off,
Yeah, exactly. Like it
That'd be
seems like
crazy.
if it's like something that is just
If something's already open.
yeah, he has to. He does have to specifically,
Nather
Just like with
has
the
to
keep.
whisk people away to go to the keep.
Yeah.
It's like
Nather
a
has to
magical
cast
teleportation.
magic onto. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So
it's not
if
an
already,
opening.
Well, see, now the
Yeah.
audience doesn't have to question that.
Mhm.
That's true.
Yeah, my worry was like, what if everyone was able to get on the arc except Win?
Oh my god.
Have fun in the next universe, guys. I can't fucking go. Everybody else gets to go but Win.
I get to be the one sacrifice.
I love my sport.
I love my spark so much. God forgot about me again.
Oh my god.
Well, I guess it makes sense then.
That's certainly going to make things more difficult. But as far as we've talked, we have plans of trying to, as Shui mentioned briefly, we're trying to seal Lemony away. Preferably in the moon.
I would be willing to compromise.
Go on.
I could wait in the caverns for you. And when you are ready, I could then escort you out without having to actually enter the Prime Capital.
That would be mighty appreciated.
I have a feeling refusing to assist in any manner would also have a bad outcome for everyone.
Yeah, if we die, the world is over.
Yeah.
Like if we die, the world's done is the thing about it. So, yeah. No. That is mighty appreciated.
Oh, since you know the cavern so well, we have the Queen of Looking Glass.
Oh, that's right.
She's on the ship.
Oh.
She didn't feel like climbing down.
He grimaces. Their kingdom was always interesting to try and work with. Even before their betrayal, they were very uptight.
Betrayal?
They told you about that, how people from the Prime Capital came and
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
not them betraying, yeah. No, they were very wary of outsiders, but yeah, he's just saying that they were basically always kind of cagey, you know?
That's fair.
Yeah, well, you can say that again.
From up on the boat far away, it's so hot. Like, she's like the SpongeBob meme, like.
Theo, will mention, he'll point to the water and it's like, well, the caverns are right there, aren't they? I mean, we could.
She can find her way back.
Well, also, if we use the caverns, we're going to need those, bubble things.
Which the Guardians are gone. So.
Well,
Are they not like permanent?
they sure aren't.
No.
Can I ask my mom?
I mean,
She
you could.
went, I think she is using water breathing to go there.
No. My
Oh,
other mom.
Mizuni, your mom. Okay.
Yeah, biological
You're not
mom.
adopted mom. Well, I mean, they're both kind of your biological mom. It's confusing. So we did have to have you to give you a mortal body.
Oh, yeah.
So
I wonder if there's a way for her to help us with that, the whole breathing underwater thing. I mean, I have a spell, but it doesn't last forever.
I mean, we only need it to last so long. And I don't need to breathe, so I'm actually okay underwater.
Well, we could also use something like that to get into the Prime Capital, too.
Yeah, that's the question. Flynn is very aware of us now on our way here, very aware of our opposition to him. Question becomes if we're going to be able to just waltz into the capital like it's anybody's business. Though I imagine he's not going to be aware that we know the true nature of the capital and would be happy to have us in his domain where he thinks he has us cornered. So honestly, it might be for the best to play it cool and go in the way that he thinks we don't know.
It would give us the upper hand, I think, to act like we don't know.
Exactly. It would give us slight upper hand, and we are severely lacking in those as of late.
Shui enters with a mustache.
Yeah. Well, your assistance in that would be mighty appreciated, Malik. If that is a compromise you're willing to make, by all means, we would graciously accept that.
It's a compromise it seems I have to make.
Yeah, we are similarly in a compromised position, as it were. Honestly, everything we've been through has become far more complicated than I think any of us ever expected.
Yeah, we don't necessarily want to do all this. I don't, anyway.
Yeah. We just thought we were going to a fun summer camp, and then suddenly the universe exploded and fucking... No. I'm just kidding. If that's all said and done, and if we can count on you to assist us, I don't believe we need to be in your hair much longer, unless anybody else has anything we need to discuss, anything I'm forgetting.
I mean, the water's right here. Why not get the queen back now?
Well, yeah, we can do that as well, yeah.
Throw her in like a fish.
Yeah, fish out of water.
Releasing them back in. Yeah. She flops onto the ground and rolls in. Like,
Yeah, she just flopping on the ground like a fish and then just falls into the water. You wanna probably go grab her, Avayath, and send her on her way?
Sure thing. Just give me a second.
Does Avayath go to do that?
Yep.
Okay, as Avayath goes to do that, Brandy turns to Malik and is just like, so why don't you want to tell Avayath about your Sparks ability? What is that? What's all about? What's that all about?
it felt demotivating.
Demotivating?
Also, I just don't like to talk about it very much because people often ask for things from it.
I mean, I don't imagine any of us are the type to ask more than we already have.
He sighs at that, and he leans back for a moment, and you can see him, like, push a rock aside, and there is, like, a little bag back there with, you see, it looks like some scrolls behind it, and he pulls it out. Looks like he's looking for a moment, and he takes one out, and he starts to read it. He who once sat upon a throne of gold shall wander alone in a world that has forgotten him. Clad in garbs of many hue, he shall be invisible to all who pass him by. Yet he shall always find his way, despite causing others to lose their own. Through this journey, he shall lose all that he once held dear and be forced to start anew. He must carve a new name for himself, one not defined by blood. Only then can he right the wrongs of his kin and redeem himself, for if he fails in this quest, he shall wander forever, as lost to himself as he is to others, a forgotten king in a foreign world. And then he rolls up the scroll. This is my spark, my actual one. The cloak is just a remnant of that, and the 9 just... It was easier to say. That non-detection was what it was.
So it's just a curse then?
It's not. Well, it depends. Before I came here, my spark was a spark of prophecy. But they weren't called sparks. We were just called prophets in the universe from before. And there was only one at a time, and they were guaranteed to come through. Coming here, it changed into something else. It was weakened. I can only write the first half of a prophecy, and the second half is not of my choosing.
So did you write Avayath's prophecy?
I wrote Avayath's prophecy.
Oh my goodness!
But the issue is, the part of the prophecy that he thinks is his isn't. He only has the first half, and it wasn't for him.
Hello?
I need... Okay, hold on, wait.
What was his prophecy? I don't keep up with it as much.
The exact scripture, as they came to know it, was a request from the king. At the time, I didn't know exactly who he was when it was requested. It was
Many, many centuries ago, near the beginning of everything, he asked for it. A child will be born with the wings of an angel and golden eyes that glow with radiance. They will be a gift to the world and will make it a place that devils fear to roam, was the full prophecy that I gave at the time. The second half of the prophecy only is revealed to me when the first half is fulfilled. The second half is... But with their brilliance, they will pierce into the darkness and open Absalom to a peril unmatched, and with their fall, another will rise to take their place, greater than the last, to destroy what they have become. This was Ambrose's prophecy.
I see. So, it just wasn't his at all. It just sort of matched at first.
It was the one who came before him, Ambrose, my brother.
He was the first Asmer of Lemony. The prophecy was made as a request because it is very difficult for him to have Asmers, I've learned.
Like brother, I suppose. I'm the first Asmer of Abergrim, so we got a lot more in common than I expected.
I have hopes, considering how it is written that he is the second half. But, considering he was raised his whole life to think he was the first, I didn't want to be the one to break that to him.
I mean, if Avayath rises to the occasion to become the other half, then it's almost like it was always destined to be the case, ain't it?
When I knew him at the time, though, the prophecy was his whole life. It was everything that he was told he was supposed to be. I didn't want to shatter that.
I mean, that's understandable.
But the king is still after Yaya.
It seems that he wants Avayath's body.
Likely to house his soul, considering. I'm sure he thinks because he can't be housed in any of the bodies here since they are from his universe, something that was made from him would help.
Seems fair.
Ugh. Oh wait, he's not there.
You sure are there.
Specifically, not here.
All this in front of you.
He comes back with like the queen in his arms. Ugh.
I have only written 4 prophecies since I came here.
Do you mind sharing?
Yeah, what are the other ones?
One was for my children, because this world was different from the last. We were a family of prophets before, and I perhaps played with fate too much in trying to consider how to make that a consistency.
He takes it out. Anyone like looking over his shoulder or anything would see it's titled The Twins Prophecy.
Beneath the moon, 2 kindred souls will emerge. One, marked by destiny, is heralded as chosen, anticipated to lead the world towards a golden dawn, holding back the gnawing darkness. Yet the strings of fate play a curious tune, for it is the overlooked shadow of the twin who shall rise against the tides of destiny. From the quiet obscurity they will emerge, rewriting the future, stunning the world in their unexpected dance of power. And the false promise made to the first twin will be both of their undoings.
Nope.
Yikes.
We thought it was Alia, since she was born with such a strange mark. The eye on her chest. And then it was her sister.
Seems she was not keen on that reality. She had taken over Estel's form at one point. We have since righted that wrong.
The last one I wrote in an attempt for peace with the Prime Capital. The first half was given to me, so I'm not sure exactly what it's for. Obviously, the second half, I can't determine either the source of.
And he pulls out the last scroll.
In the den of the rebellion, a serpent slumbers. Stripped of its will, the creature will be but a puppet to the whims of others, its grandeur reduced to the spectacle for the oblivious. In the dreams of the captive, the ancient heart of this beast shall stir, fierce and ready to be unbound. And so the world shall tremble as the captive turns liberator, released into a world that had no knowledge it had ever vanished. I'm not sure what that's referring to.
Oberus.
Or you. Fucking cackling sea serpent over here.
Oberus.
I also think it's over.
I mean, yeah, it might be Oberus, but could be Oberus. It very well could be Shui, especially given how much 30,000 fucking...
I mean, you also know from what he's said that he does not control the second half. And because the first half was left intentionally, it's vague, you don't know what they were targeting because he said he was given that first half.
Sure.
So because it's written in a certain way, you're like, there's no way to know, who it, and if
it's like
you...
the whole Ambrose Avayath situation.
But also, I'm just saying, Shui was specifically made as a rebellion against Winona specifically by fucking...
That's true.
By Verada and Mizuni.
It was called the Beast Blade. But Theo's actually going to ask something. Who gave you the first half?
Someone from the Prime Capital, one of their messengers. I'm not sure who wrote it. It would have been... Oh, goodness. He seems like he's trying to think as I look up the timeline. Because this would have been right before the fall of Wick. 200 or so years ago.
Jesus. And how long did the second half take to come to you?
It's hard to say exactly because I was a bit distracted around that time. He says, the last time, from the time that I wrote it to the time that I looked for the second half, maybe 30 or so years. The Prime Capital actually wasn't officially established as a capital yet. It was just a not neighboring, it was just a city in another part of the continent. It wasn't labeled as the Prime Capital for a while.
I see. Man, I don't want to know our little prophecies, but I'm not going to ask him for it because he specifically said he doesn't want people asking. So I'm not going to ask for it.
It's not really a prophecy to ask for if it comes true.
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
That's fair.
You also don't have a guarantee how it'll go because these are kind of bittersweet,
Exactly.
You know.
These are like, look at this good thing you asked for. Look how it was twisted, like.
Yeah.
But some of us are twisted, so maybe it'll be fine. Maybe it'll turn sweet because we're so twisted and fucked up.
Then Avayath swoops down with a blade.
Yeah. After he's done that, and then you see Malik just like shove it in the back and like put the rock back over it.
Ugh.
Sorry, I got the queen here. Sorry that took so long. For some reason,
She's
Hestia
like
was...
melting in your arms, like.
I'll get you in the water first before I explain.
Before I explain what we're doing to you, why we're putting you in the water and where you're about to go, I'm gonna.
Yeah, it just sort of drops her into the water.
She drowns.
She does go completely under. She's not trying to swim out, like, to where the caverns are, but she is just, like, you can see, like, immediately, like, relaxed as soon as she's, like, submerged.
Well, she wouldn't know what's going on with the caverns, right? So she'd probably still think...
She's never been
That's
outside of her
dangerous.
kingdom. She doesn't even know where they all connect to, necessarily.
Mhm.
So she wouldn't be aware if it's every single body of water or if it's just some places. She's never been in the caverns because of the system that they have set up.
Mhm.
She's a royal. Why the fuck would she go in the dangerous caverns? Unless to,
True.
die dramatically.
Yeah.
And they already lost their king, so it would be, like, pretty shitty for them to also send the queen. You know?
she can breathe underwater. I'm sure she's fine.
Yeah, she can. She lives underwater.
Yeah.
She's fine. Let's tell her to head into the caverns from here and hang out there, since it seems lots of people are taking refuge there. And we'll be good as gold. We'll be ready to head back to the compound and get ready for the ball.
You can just let me know when you're ready. I have a way to get to you from here?
He gestures to the oasis.
We believe it'll only be about another week and a half till the ball happens, so we will be sure to let you know when we are heading on our way there.
He nods.
Again, we appreciate this quite a lot.
It is the least that I can do, considering everything that my family has become.
And he gives a nod.
It was great meeting you again.
Good to see you've grown into quite the adventurer, Avayath.
Thank you. And it's good to see you haven't changed a bit.
Literally, yeah. He probably looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, I should go back into hiding, considering the fact that they think I stole my own cloak.
Understandable.
He starts to wrap himself back up. This is me confirming that the thing that he stole was his cloak. That was what he was, the relic.
That's what I realized. I was like, it was the cloak, not the sword.
We explained to the queen to head to the caverns where everyone is taking refuge, and then we go back to the fucking ship.
4 would be like, I'm guessing you all probably want to ride back as well.
That would be nice.
I can drop you off.
Much appreciated.
And 9's just like, and maybe I could stay here. And 4's like, don't push it.
And upon our heading into full-blown war, as it were, can we count on you to assist us for?
I've never been one for war, but considering the opponent, I wouldn't mind trying to assist.
Much appreciated.
Glad to see you got rid of that royal on my ship.
Yeah, pleasure. And now the 11 are back together.
The what?
No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, no, just like, by the way, I'm going by 11 now.
Yeah, 9's like, I had to up the number. Like,
Yeah, there are 2 more
You
now.
didn't have to.
yeah.
So it would seem. But yeah.
No, that'd be too confusing. They'd probably just say stay 9 and have add numbers on at this point. They'd just be mad about it.
Yeah, me and Shui are 0 and -1.
0 and -1.
Yeah.
1 and 0 and 0.5.
Are 0 and 7.5 because Shui is the in between
Yeah.
7 and 8.
So you go back on the boat, and 4 will start the journey back to the compound. If you're not going to teleport, because it will take you then like 2 days or 3 days or whatever it was last time.
That's fine. We'll hang out on the funny ghost ship.
And you head off to go back to the compound.
Hi everyone, thanks for listening to another episode of Chosen Ones. If you haven't already, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell to be notified of new releases. Want to help out the show? Consider going back to episode 1 and leaving a comment. And if you want to do something a little extra, watch the episode in full, or at least half before you do so. YouTube accounts for watch time when recommending videos to people, as it lets the algorithm know you're a real viewer engaging with the show. Thank you as always to the Ko-fi Drive donors who helped make this season possible, as well as some of our patrons, MeltiMoon, Travis, Alex Solana, EpiAureum, Angelic Dragon, Bubby, Zab, Z.Gutz, The Golden Jabber, and Mr. Bakudan. We'll see you next time, fellow Sparks.
I already said that the fight that could have happened here didn't because you slept somewhere else.
Calm down. I might fight Malik.
Okay, well, we have the map
That's not
ready,
true.
and
That's
he's
not
on
true.
it on the
I don't wanna
GM
fight
layer if we want to
Malik.
go back.
He'll kill me. He couldn't if he tried.
He has a sword that lets him guaranteed hit every single time with magic, at least.
Yeah, that's cool. I have turn you inside out the spell, so it'll be all right.
You also have magical reality bending sword.
Yeah, I sure do have sword that lets me turn him inside out if I ask it to. So
It's like, ooh, that's fun. No,
yeah, that sounds funny.
no
Let's
one's asked
see.
me to do that before. No, okay.
Literally. So you're not so special, Malik.
Exoskeleton,
Oh.
So when you meant, can you change a person? You meant like
you
physically,
meant
you know?
literally. Cool. Yeah. Anyway.
Shine.